This is Prime with another Technique Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about an Olympic lift. We're going to talk about the hang clean, which I think for everyone that doesn't really want to get into Olympic lifts but wants to build explosiveness and power, the hang clean is an awesome way to do it. If you didn't watch last week's Technique Tuesday about the push press, which is kind of the step before the hang clean, then you need to watch that one first. Don't want you progressing to a hang clean until you've managed to do the push press properly. That was a lot of P's. Anyway, the hang clean. First of all, one of the questions I get really frequently when people start doing the hang clean is how much weight do I hang clean? I don't even know. Easy to manage, but challenging enough that your body has resistance. You need some resistance, but it's not gonna be the heaviest weight you've ever thrown. It's not gonna be anywhere close to your deadlift. You wanna start pretty light. I'm gonna demonstrate with just an empty barbell, which is 45 pounds. So if you're relatively strong and you've been lifting for a while, that's probably a good starting point. If you try it and you're like, fuck no, then you just drop down a weight and it's fine. So when you get your bar, your hands are gonna be down here at shoulder width apart and the bar is gonna be against the front of your thighs. Keeping the bar touching your thighs, you're actually gonna push your butt back, which means the bar is going to roll down your thighs a little bit. When you're starting your hang clean, you want the bar to be mid-thigh down towards your kneecaps. Anywhere between there is fine. Once you get in that position with your butt pushed back, kind of like a quarter squat, you wanna make sure that your back is flat, that your lats are tight, so you're squeezing your shoulder blades together and down your back, and what that should do is bring the bar closer to your body, and this is your starting position. The last thing you want to double check in your hang clean starting position is that your shoulders are over the bar. So you'll see my shoulders are over the bar, over and past the bar, and that your weight is in your heels more than in your toes. That your weight, the pressure in your feet is edging back towards your heels rather than evenly distributed across the soles of your feet. Number two, once you've learned the starting position and you've kind of gotten that down, you're not going to progress directly to the hang clean. You're gonna start working on the actual movement that gets the hang clean going. The hang clean is actually gonna start with a shrug, just bringing your shoulders up closer to your ears. So that's the primary movement for a hang clean, is this shrug. That's gonna be the first thing that we wanna start. So when you're learning a hang clean, you have to get really good at shrugging and jumping from your start position, jumping. We're gonna keep our feet mostly on the ground. Back into your starting position, check all those points. So what you're gonna do is actually in this position, shrug the bar up with your shoulders, and after you've initiated that shrug, you're gonna stand up. So you should kind of end with this this awkward thing happening. Just gonna practice that. So get back into your starting position, shrug and pop up, okay? And the more that shrug and pop up becomes comfortable, then you add a little bit more power. Okay, and you should feel the bar. The bar is gonna start popping up and you're gonna have to let your arms go a little noodly and loosey-goosey so that you can let the bar come up. Practice that a lot. And you should feel it primarily right up here because this is a shrug. The shrug is what is pulling that bar up and helping it gain that momentum so that it floats up into the air. The third piece of the hang clean that we're gonna practice is the catch position. So if you've ever seen a full hang clean, you know that the jump and shrug starts it off and then you end in a quarter squat with the bar racked across your shoulders like this. What we're gonna do to practice the catch position is instead of doing a jump and shrug, we're actually gonna just start with an upright row, and then when we get the bar up to chest height, we're gonna rotate our elbows in a circle and the bar should kind of flip with it until we're up in this rack position. Hey, I'm down here at shoulder height, shoulder width apart, hanging down my legs, to, hey, I'm up here racked, is a circular motion. And remember, when we do the jump and shrug, we're floating the bar up. And so what we're really trying to do is just circle our elbows underneath it as quickly as possible to catch it in that rack position. So upright row, once it reaches your chest, you're circling underneath. The last part of the hang clean, now that you've been practicing each part individually, which you absolutely should do not just jump into a hang clean. The last part of the hang clean is to put everything together. So now what you're gonna do is get in your starting position, do your jump and shrug, which will float the bar up your body, and then as the bar gets up your body, you're going to circle your elbows underneath and land in a quarter squat position, and that's how you're gonna catch the bar. You're gonna be in starting position, shrug and pop up, circle your elbows around and then catch in this quarter squat position and then stand up. So that's a hang clean. Just like most Olympic lifts, it's super technical. So you need to make sure that you're walking yourself through the technique points step by step and that you're comfortable with each technique point and you have proper form with each technique point before you move on to the next one. You're on your way to your first semi-Olympic lift. Let's do it.